So today's inspo for this look is actually spring approaching very soon, and I want the warm weather to come so bad because it's been rainy and cold. So I decided to do a very bright pop on my eyes and on my lower lash and also on my lips. So I did a full bright face using cheap makeup that is very inexpensive. So if you guys want to see my thoughts on all this inexpensive makeup, then just keep on watching. I'm going to hop right into the products that Hush sent me. By the way, if you guys do not know what Hush is an app where you can find cheap makeup. And when I say cheap, I mean it is affordable and not the lack of quality. So I'm actually gonna dig right into the box that they sent me and see how I feel about the palettes and the eyeshadows and the brushes, and tell you guys genuinely how I feel about the products, do some swatches. So let's get right into it. By the way, if you guys are interested, you guys can always go onto the App Store and find Hush on there. And also, if you guys are interested, on top of that, they do have a website, so that will be linked down below. Everything that you need to know will be down below. Also, you guys can use my discount code, which is Aidette, which will be right here for you guys. And this is the box that they sent me. It is full of stuff here, so I definitely see some very exciting things like palettes, highlights, lipsticks, foundations, powders. So the first two palettes that I see here are the Bad Habit, Aphrodite, and Athena palettes. So this is what they both look like. This one is the Athena palette, and opening it up, looks like this. This one here is in the shade Darling, and it looks glittery. Oh my gosh, okay. What? Do you guys see that pigment? So this is a closer look of the Darling pigment. As soon as I swatched it, it felt literally wet, and I love that because it looks like it's just going to glide on your eyes with no problem. So the swatch on my actual hand, I recommend that you guys dab the actual thing because it is more of a glitter, a pressed glitter. I want to do Cunning and Justice here. So this one is like a gold, and feeling it now, it feels very soft. And this is the, ooh, that pigment. And then doing Justice here, oh my goodness, this one is really creamy. That's insane, guys. I'm pretty curious to see how this orange one is gonna turn out. So I think for the price of that palette, this palette is definitely worth it because I know that there is some higher brands that do have similar palettes to this, and those are insanely priced. So if you want a cheaper alternative, then this one's for you. I'm moving on to the Bad Habit Aphrodite palette. So this one's the one that's a little bit darker, I'm guessing, from the packaging. And this is what the inside looks like. So let's do Adore first. This one feels very soft as I'm swatching it. And this is what it looks like. Pigment is definitely there. All right, no bad things to say about this. These are also very creamy. Next up is this Face Candy Unicorn Glow palette. So this one is beautiful as it is already with the packaging. Let's now open it up and see. Ooh, definitely not your everyday colors. Wow, guys, look at these swatches here. They are pretty creamy. They do feel like they could be a tiny bit chalky, but I feel like that doesn't really matter as long as it looks good on your face. So these are beautiful as well. They still have the same feeling. So the rest of these palettes here are all by Bad Habit. These are what they look like here. They're all very thin and just very compact. So this one here is Inferno, and then we have this one in Aura. And next one is in Retro Love, and then Royals. So this one, I'm guessing it's going to be very warm tone shades. So this is what they look like. Yep, these are very pigmented and they feel very buttery. So these are two swatches here. They are so beautiful. And going into Retro Love, I'm going to be doing this yellow. So that's those two, very pigmented. And here is Royals. So let's do the lighter shades and see how these work out. Even the light shades are really nice, guys. So these could actually be used as highlights if you really wanted to. So this last one is Aura, and I feel like this one is one that I'm going to be using for the palette today because it just has some beautiful bright spring colors. So I really want to dip into this one here. And maybe this blue shade. Getting some Easter vibes with these, but these are very pretty, and of course they're smooth and buttery too. Now going into more of the highlights, face stuff, and the accessories. I'm first going to be showing you guys this brush set that I've got here. So it comes with this little pouch that says my highlighter is brighter than your future. This one is by Beauty Creations. This is the brush set here. Basically it has all of your essentials. You have your face brushes and your eye brushes. So I got this foundation brush that looks really weird. You see this all over Instagram. This one is by Prolux. This is the foundation brush that looks kind of like a little fish. So this is what it actually looks like, and the bristles are very soft. Then I got this set of 6 highlights. These are all baked highlights by Glow Glam. This one is in the shade 1. Then this one is 4, and this one is 3. Then we have 2, 3, and 5. And today I'm going to be completely trying out a new foundation. This one is the She Makeup Total Control Drops. And I'm not even sure if this is my shade, so that's why I wore a big baggy t-shirt. So in case, I can just bring it all the way down to my neck without it looking like 2 different colors. Then I got this Golden Fair Face Powder by Clean Color. So this is what the powder actually looks like, and it comes with a little puff, so it's super cute. Then I got a Cara Eyebrow Gel. This one is in the shade Dark Brown, so I'm going to be using this as a pomade. This is what the actual product looks like, so let's open it up. And it looks just like a pomade. Then I got an Okalon liquid liner. This is the Santee Bold Eye Mascara. I kind of want to open it up to see how the wand looks. So this is what the wand looks like. It's kind of chunky, and I love how it's like very prickled because that gives you a very spidery effect. And just to set everything all in, I had to get this Matte Get Set Italia face spray. And very lastly, for the little haul portion, is all of these liquid lipsticks. So I'm going to be showing them to you guys individually. So these are all 6 shades, and I'm loving the range. I think probably my favorite has to be number 2. So that's enough for the haul portion. Now I just really want to dig into all of these products and see if I can make them look pretty good for their amazing cheap prices. So I'm first going to be starting off with this Cara pomade, and I'm so excited. Whew, I haven't used pomade in a long time, so wish me luck, guys. So I just did the outline, and this stuff does dry pretty quickly, just like the original pomade. Like I said, I haven't used pomade in quite some time, so I'm just struggling a little bit, but why did this eyebrow come out so much better than this one? To be completely honest, that pomade was pretty hard to work with, but I honestly think that it was only just me because I haven't done pomade in like probably a year. But it does have good pigment, so I will give it that. You just have to work pretty fast with it because it does dry out a little bit too fast. So now just to clean up my eyebrows, I'm going to be taking this Beauty Creations brush that I got in that pack. And I'm going to be taking a little bit of concealer on the back of my hand. So I'm just concealing up the very bottoms of my eyebrows. So this brush actually did a very good job to conceal in like the very hard parts to get into. So this is definitely a win. So for today, I kind of want to start off with the face. So I'm going to be taking my She Makeup Total Control foundation after with this powder foundation by Clean Color, since it is pretty light. So let's go ahead and go in with these drops. I'll be taking these drops on my Fish foundation brush. And I'm not even surprised at the color because I already know that this is not my foundation shade. A very clean floral scent, and I don't mind that, but if you have sensitive skin, you might want to... Okay, this is definitely not my color. If you have sensitive skin, you probably wouldn't want to get this particular foundation because fragrance can break you out, so just keep that in mind. All right, this is not going to be mission abort. We're going to take it down our neck. So I'm just going to add a whole bunch of like light concealer all over this because this is 100% not my shade at all, so I don't want to be looking like a Cheeto. Foundation itself doesn't even feel heavy. It's just the fact that I chose the wrong foundation shade, so that's why it's always a little bit harder to match yourself online. So other than the foundation not matching me, I just managed to kind of like bring it down past my shirt, and this foundation brush is blending out my foundation like a dream. To try and lighten up the face, I'm gonna be taking my Clean Color powder. Okay, so I'm just gonna be pressing it in like this just so we can make sure to stay matte all day, and also just to make a difference in the color of the foundation. This powder foundation is actually really nice because around my nose area, I see that it's almost making like a blurred film over it. So I really do like that. I'm going in such a weird order, but I'm now going to be going into the Aura palette, and I'm going to be taking another one of the brushes. And I'm first going to be starting off with a transition shade. So I see that this one is probably the closest to a transition, and then mixing it with this one just to darken it up a little bit. So for the transition, I'm just placing in in like this peachy orangey shade because on the lid we're going to be applying that yellow. The one thing that I did notice as I am going into them like this, I don't know if you guys can see, but there is quite a bit of fallout, so it would have been a little bit smarter of me to just have gone in with my foundation after. So now taking that beautiful bright yellow with a brush, so I'm just pressing it onto my eyes. And as I'm pressing it onto my eyes, it's not as bright as it is on the pan, so you guys are more than free to use your finger, but unfortunately I have nails, so that's not gonna work out for me. Oh my gosh, this color is so pretty. It's so light, but it's still like a very bright pop on the eye, so it's really fun. So even though I have nails on, I'm gonna try to apply it on my eyes with my finger. So let's see if there's a difference. Whoa, did you guys see that? That's a huge difference. If you guys have long nails, you guys know the struggle, but actually surprisingly my nails are very short this time. So how beautiful is that shade right there? It did take quite a few tries with the brush and the finger, but the finger definitely worked the best. Now for the lower lash line, we're going to be going in with Destiny right here, which is like this metallic blue shade. Before we do that, just so we do have like a transition on the bottom, I'm going to be doing the same transition shade that we did for the crease. I'm just going to be packing in that blue on the lower lash line, super close to my mirror here, because I'm not trying to get any type of fallout since my face is already done. And with that same transition brush, I'm just going to be smoking out the lower lash line with this shade right here and a little tiny bit of this one. We're just going to be touching it on the very outer edge of where the blue ends, just so it doesn't look too harsh and like you have like a random line of dark blue under your eye. So I don't know if I should do liner or not, or if I should just leave it. I think the bottom is just like very heavy, so I feel like if I don't put anything on top, it's gonna look a little bit off. This is the Mild Black Liquid Eyeliner by Canon. So see the difference? This one looks very bottom heavy and this one just looks a little bit more evened out, but you can still definitely see the yellow right there. So this is the closest to perfect I can get for my eyeliner. So now I'm going to be going in for my Santee Bold Eye Mascara. This is such a nice look, guys. I would have probably never done this if I never received this palette. This is such a nice look. I love it. So when I apply my bottom mascara, I've been finding myself to just load up my brush and just wiggle it downward. So since I didn't get a bronzer, I'm going to be using the Inferno palette, and I'm going to be using this shade right here. I'm going to be placing it on the back of my hand, kind of like this, and then just apply it into a brush and make it as bronzer. Then going into the Athena palette and using this pink shade for the blush. Now to set my face, I'm going to be using this makeup setting spray by Italia, and it's the Matte Get Set, and it's also going to prep our skin to make our highlight pop a lot more later on. Oh my gosh, this spray smells like candy and cucumber at the same time. So good. So while that's setting in, I'm actually going to be going into our lip combo. So I'm going to be taking these I Love Matte lip glosses by Santee. So these are pretty much just liquid lipsticks. So this is the lip. It's very springy. At the same time, it's not something that I'm usually used to. So I just applied the Baked Illuminators by Glow Glam. This one is in 1 and 3. I just mixed them together and they gave me this really nice glow. So overall, I think I liked every single product that was given to me, except for the fact that my foundation was a complete different color. So this is the final look that I came up with using all of Hush's products that I used from their app. Also, if you guys did miss, I do have a discount code, which is Aidette, which is right here, and also they have free shipping for all of your orders. There's no minimum, so go ahead and check them out. They will be down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about this entire look, and I will see you guys in my next video.